What's good, everybody? My name is Jay Fatty. Welcome back to another video. Today I got 3 simple tips for sampling, so let's get right into it. First things first, I do want to say the homie DC the Beatmaker, Fopal McGinnis, and myself have dropped a new beat tape called Friendly Fire. It's a bunch of genre blending, beats with hooks, and I'd really appreciate it if you could check that out. The link is in the description. You can listen to it on any DSPs. It'll be on SoundCloud and Audius soon. So yes, I appreciate you. Let me know what you think. Yeah, let's just get right into these 3 simple tips, okay? The first one would be making a sample unique, okay? Now, this can be done for multiple different things. Say your sample, you want to take a certain part of it, but you don't want it to affect the same clip. This would be a good example of that. So for this sample, I'll play it. It's by Get a Fix Beats. Shout out Get a Fix Beats. I'm going to link him down in the description. You should go check him out. So from bars 1 to 16 is the main sample. And then the way he lays this out is he has the stems, the individual layers of the sample throughout the track. If I just want this main sample by itself without having it have all this extra stuff, I could literally just use the slicer tool, which is C on the keyboard, hold shift and left click and slice right at that bar 16 at the end of it. And I can right click to delete that other part. Now in here, I can right click up at the top left and I could do one of 2 things. I could just make it unique, which is going to make the whole clip with all that extra stuff unique from this one that's already here. Or I could right click it and do make unique as sample. And it's going to make just this selected part, just this slice part unique as sample and not have all of the extra stuff. So that's what we want to do, is right click it, make unique as sample. And now since there's no other versions of the clip, it'll tell me this. I'll still hit yes. And then you got to save it somewhere. We'll just save it in downloads. All right. So now we have this sample that's just it by itself. And I can manipulate it in whatever way I need to. Now another tip to get dope sample chops quickly and to, not have to put in a bunch of work for that is you can literally just right click on the sample, go down to the chop. And you can chop it in all sorts of different ways. I've said this before in past videos, but I'm really trying to reiterate on this because this is next level. I could straight up just chop it in bars and it chops it all in bars for me. Or I can even go and do like a pattern or a complex beat shuffle. And it will make it, all chopped in beats and they're all laid out randomly. So that's where you can find some really dope sauce that your ear may not have heard normally. You can also double click on the sample and then in the declicking mode, do generic bleeding. What that's going to do is, if we zoom in a little bit, the ins and outs of each little chop will be kind of like a fade in and out, and it really mitigates the clicks and pops that you get when you're doing sampling. So keep that in mind. Now say you find, say this part right here is a dope chop and I want to consolidate that so I don't have all of these little chops. You can literally do so by dragging it with holding control, left click, highlighting that area, and then left click and dragging to bring it down. Bring that down to a new track and then right click on that track and do consolidate this track from track start. You could also highlight the area like so, right click, consolidate this track, time selection, and then hit start. And boom, it will, and boom, it will consolidate that track into a whole group sample rather than you having to mess with all those individual chops. Yeah, that's just a really quick video, just some simple sampling tips in the playlist of FL Studio. If this video brought you value, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and hit that little bell. I really appreciate that. Make sure you stay safe, stay striving, and always be getting it. Much love, y'all. Peace.